Hello everyone, so today we are going to present about our final project, which called Food Pre-ordering System, and we are from Group 2. And these are our team members. My name is Chua Yinshen, 304862, and my teammates are Lindsay, Lin Jiaying, and Oroji. So the Food Pre-ordering System is actually a mobile application designed to help university students to browse menu, pre-order meals, and manage their order. At the same time, though, it allows the vendor to efficiently manage the menus, confirm order, and track deliveries. By digitalizing the food pre-ordering system or process, the system reduces waiting time, minimize errors, and provide a smoother and convenience experience for both students and vendor. So our system have features such as add, update, and delete operation for orders and menu. It improves the operational efficiency, saves student time, and help vendor plan and manage resource more effectively. We developed this food pre-ordering system using Flutter with an SQLite database, which offer a reliable and user-friendly solution for campus food pre-ordering. And this is our use case diagram. So there are three main actors, such as customer, vendor, and admin. And customer is the main user who browse the menu, manage order, manage cart, manage payment, feedback. And vendor is responsible for managing the menus and handling customer feedback. And admin is manage system user and control the access. So first, the customer and vendor need to sign up to create an account first. Next, customer can log in to the system, and customer can browse menu, manage order, manage cart, manage payment, and feedback. And vendor also the same, need to log in, and after that can manage menu. So our main use case for here is manage vendor responsible for managing menu. It includes add menu items, update items, delete items, and admin can manage the feedback and also manage the user. This is our use case specification, and this is manage menu, manage menu, and this the brief. Firstly, brief description. The system allow restaurant vendor to manage the menu items in the food pre-ordering system. The vendor can add new food items, update existing one, and or delete updated items from their restaurant menu. And the system ensure that all menu change are accurately stored and display the customer in real time. So before adding or before managing the menu, the vendor must be successfully logged into the system. The vendor must have access right to manage their restaurant menu. The characteristic of activation is event driven. And the flow of event, firstly, is the basic flow. So it begins when the vendor select manage menu option. The system shall display a list of existing menu items, and the vendor can choose to alternative one, add menu items, alternative two, update menu items, alternative three, delete menu items. And the system shall perform the selected option and refresh the menu display accordingly. So for the first one, alternative one, add menu items, the vendor need to select add items, and the system shall display a form to enter the new item details such as image name, category, price, description, and tag is optional. Vendor fill in the required field and submit the form. And the system shall validate the input data as section 1, invalid input, during add or update. If all data is valid, the system shall save the new items to the menu database. And the system shall display a confirmation message and show the new item on the vendor menu list. Next will be updated menu, alternative 2. So the vendor select updated item, and the system shall display the list of existing item. The vendor select the specific item to modify, and the system shall display the item current details, and the vendor modify fields such as the name or price or description or the image, and vendor submit the updated details, and the system shall validate the updated input as the same as add menu item, exception 1 input, invalid input during add or update. And if all data is valid, the system shall update the manual database with the new information. The system shall display the updated items in the vendor menu list at last. And alternative 3 will be delete menu item. So the vendor need to select a delete item. The system shall display all items available under the vendor profile, and the vendor select the item to delete. The system shall show a confirmation message to prevent an accident deletion. If the vendor confirm, the system shall permanently remove the item from the database. If the vendor cancel it, then the system shall return just to the manual management page without any change. Furthermore, I'll be explaining the exception flow. So exception 1 is the invalid data format. If vendor leave require field empty or anti-invalid data, the system will display an error message, and the system shall prompt the vendor to correct the input before the submission. And the post condition is the vendor menu has been successfully updated in the system database. Any change are immediately reflected on the customer facing menu. And the rules for the use case specification is each menu items must have a unique name under the same vendor profile, and price must be a valid positive numeric value. And lastly, for the constraint in image file size and format must be compliant with system upload limit, and internet connection is required for the database update to take effect. Last, I will be explaining about the activity diagram, manage menu for vendor. So for vendor, first he or she needs to access the manage menu, and the system will display an option add, update, and delete. And vendor can select action, add, or update, delete. So first, if you want to add the item, you need to enter the item details and submit the form, and the system will save and display the new item on the menu. If updated item, you need to select an item to update, and the system will prompt the user to enter item details, and vendor enter the details to be updated. After that, it will update and display the modified items on the menu. Lastly is the delete item. So vendor select items to delete, and it will display the confirmation message. If confirmed yes, then it will remove the item from the menu database. If not, then it will display the current menu page. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Lindsay, and I'm going to explain sequence diagram, collaboration diagram, and class diagram for this system. Okay, this is the sequence diagram for manage menu, and here's the base case for manage menu. Step 1, select manage menu. The vendor clicks manage menu from the dashboard to start menu maintenance. Step 2, validate access. The controller checks that the vendor is logged in and has authorization. If valid, we proceed. If not, the action is blocked. Step 3, display menu list. The panel loads the current menu items from the menu component, showing names, prices, and availability. Step 4, choose action. The vendor picks an operation, add, update, or delete on a specific item or creates a new one. Step 5, submit operation. The controller validates the input, required fields, price, format, applies the change to menu, and refresh the list to confirm the update. Next. Okay, now here's the alternative flow for adding a menu item. Step 6, show add form. The panel opens the add item form for the vendor. Step 7, enter details. The vendor fills in name, price, portion size, description, text, and availability. Step 8, request validation. The panel sends the entered data to the controller to validate. Step 9, validate input. The controller asks the menu component to check required fields, data types, and price format. Okay, now there's an exception, which is invalid input. If validation fails, the system prompts the vendor to correct the errors and resubmit the form. Step 10, return result. On success, the menu returns the positive validation outcome. Step 11, refresh this. The controller updates the panel with the latest menu data. Step 12, show new item. The panel displays the newly added item in the list. Next. Okay, now here's the alternative flow for updating a menu item. Step Step 13, show existing items. The panel lists current menu items with key details like name, price, and availability. Step 14, select item to modify. The vendor chooses an item and open the edit form with preview values. Step 15, request validation. The panel sends the updated fields to the controller for validation. Step 16, validate updated data. The controller checks with menu for required fields, price format, portion constraint, and duplicate names. And there's an exception, invalid input. If any rule fails, the system highlights the error and asks the vendor to correct and resubmit. Step 17, return validation result. On success, the menu returns the pass and controller proceed. Step 18, refresh menu list. The controller updates the panel with the latest menu data. Step 19, show updated item. The panel displays the edited item with change applies. Okay, next. Okay, here's the alternative flow for deleting a menu item. Step 20, show items. The controller prompts the panel to display the current list of menu items. Step 21, select item to delete. The vendor chooses the target item from the list. Step 22, show confirmation. The panel displays the confirmation dialog with the item details and a warning. Step 23, confirm or cancel. If confirmed, it proceeds with deletion. If cancelled, no change are made. Step 24, refresh menu list. After a confirmed deletion, the panel requests the controller to refresh data. Step 25, show updated list. The controller returns the updated menu. The panel displays the list without the deleted item. Okay, next. Okay, now I will explain the collaboration diagram. So it starts with the vendor selecting the manage menu. This triggers the interaction between the interface and backend. The panel displays the menu list and provides form for adding, updating, or deleting items. It collects user input and sends requests to the controller. The controller validates vendor access, processes menu operations and communications with the menu component to apply changes. The menu component performs data validation and updates the menu records accordingly. It returns the result to the controller. Once the operations are complete, the updated menu is shown to the vendor, whether it's a new item, an edited one, or a refreshed data after deletion. Next. Okay, now I will briefly explain this class diagram for our food pre-ordering system, which is known as FPS. Okay, this FPS panel handles the user interface such as login, sign up, and menu screens. The FPS controller manages the system logic behind these screens, like user authentication and order handling. Together, they separate the UI from the business logic. Okay, now at the center is the user class, which store basic information and login functions. It has three subclasses: customer, vendor, and admin. This structure support the role-based access and code reusability. And the user class contain the subclasses that each classes have different functions, such as customers place orders, vendors manage menus, and admin manage users. The cart holds selected item before checkout and contain multiple cart items. After checkout, the cart become an order, which track order status and total amount. Each order contain multiple order items linked to actual menu items. And the payment class handle transaction processing and connects customers to their orders. The feedback class allows customers to read and comment on the order, helping improve the service quality. The vendor manages food offering using the menu and menu item classes. A menu can contain multiple menu items, each with details like price, description, and availability. Okay, that's all. Okay, now the conclusion. The food pre-ordering system improves convenience and efficiency for both students and vendors by allowing students to pre-order meals online, reducing long queues and waiting times. Students can browse menus, select items, choose pickup or delivery options, and complete payments through this system, while vendors can easily track and manage order through organized status such as pending, preparing, and completed. With these features, including menu management, order tracking, customer information access, and secure system access, the platform minimizes the errors, improves service quality, and support better resource planning, resulting in a smoother and more reliable campus food pre-ordering experience. Okay, thank you. That's all from us.